Hey guys, I'm back today to tell you that I read 5 books this month. So today I'm going to wrap those up and tell you what I'm going to be reading in May. This month I read 5 books, and I also tried to complete a challenge of recording a video every weekday. That didn't quite go as planned because there was a snowstorm and the power went out, and then I couldn't record a video, and then I just didn't feel like it. So, yeah, that didn't happen, but I did read quite a few books during the power outage. So, let's get started. So, first up, I read Down and Out in the Magic Kingdom by Cory Doctorow, which I did a review for, so if you want my full thoughts on it, you can click around here or in the description. And that book is a science fiction book that takes place in Disney World. The world building was very interesting. I liked the form of currency, but other than that, it was just kind of meh. I gave it 2.5 stars, or a generous 3 stars. Next, I read Silhouette of a Sparrow by Molly Beth Griffin, which was one of those books that you just can't describe in words why it's so good. I was going to do a review on it, but I just can't tell you why it was so amazing. It is about a girl who lives in Minnesota, and she loves birds. The whole book, everything is related to birds. She cuts out silhouettes of the birds and tapes them on her wall. It's a coming-of-age story, and she realizes she's into girls, and this beautiful girl comes into her shop, and it's just a great story about friendship and love. And it's about Minnesota and birds and lesbians and just all the things I like. So I'm not sure if I would recommend this to everyone else, but it's definitely in my top 10 favorite books. And I gave this a 5-star rating on Goodreads. The next book I read during the blackout. And let me just tell you that it is not a book to read during a power outage. No siree. And that book is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. I think I enjoyed this book more than most people enjoyed this book because I did feel it was a little bit like Harry Potter. It's been advertised as, you know, the next Harry Potter, and of course it's not, but it does remind me of that because there is a boarding school with magic, kind of, and all these weird-ass children. And it was just really fun. There's romance and mystery and really, really scary stuff. Overall, I gave this book 4 stars because it was really entertaining and really fun, and I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to keep reading it, even though it was in a blackout and there were some pretty scary-ass illustrations. But overall, super good. 4 stars. Yep. The next book I read was Dodger by Terry Pratchett. And this was the first Terry Pratchett book I've ever read, so of course I was just blown away by the writing style. It's really interesting because the character Dodger got to interact with characters such as Charles Dickens and Sweeney Todd, and he influenced them to the point where he was the inspiration for Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. Since it was by Terry Pratchett, it was wonderful. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. It's really good and entertaining, a good young adult novel. Last book I read this month was an adult book that I absolutely loved, and it surprised me so much. And that book is Love Walked In by Marissa de los Santos. This book is about all the different kinds of love in the world. It's not so much about romantic love, although that is a part of it. It's more about, you know, real human connection. It's written in a dual perspective, so that's kind of cool. One perspective being a 30-something-year-old woman and an 11-year-old girl is the other perspective. I would recommend this book for young adult literature fans who want to get into more adult books because this is written almost exactly in the voice of Maureen Johnson. You can hear more of my thoughts on this book in my review that's coming up this week, but let me just tell you that it is so good, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. Now time for my to be read pile. I have so many books that I want to read this month, but I keep starting a book and then not finishing it because I want to read another book, and so these books I'm going to start and I am going to finish them. That's why I only picked 3, because I am going to finish them for sure. First book is Scarlet by A.C. Gowan. This is not the sequel to Cinder. This is about Robin Hood and his band of thieves, and it centers around the character of Will Scarlet, whose name is actually just Scarlet because she's a gal. The next book I'm going to be reading in May is On the Road by Jack Kerouac. It's a little stale, but you know, it's on the road. It's a book that I just have to read. So, we will see. Last book I'm planning on reading this month City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I don't like you, Cassandra Clare. I think you're a bully and a thief. The cast of the movie is awesome, so I probably need to read the book. Maybe I will be pleasantly surprised. I hope so. I honestly hope this book is really good. So, all for my April wrap-up and my May TBR. And you guys can expect my regular Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule back next week. I will see you guys then. Bye!